Okay, and welcome to all you lovely people all over our Art from the Heart community. I want to thank you so much, of course, for tuning in each and every single week. You guys are awesome. You've been sending some amazing questions, some of which I'm going to get to today. But before we kick off, I want to tell you, first of all, I'm so thankful you're here for this episode. The Hermitage, episode 5, is where I really started to feel like I was finding my stride, and it was a tremendous, tremendous amount of fun being here. Not only are we here and we're filming live, but also, we had people that allowed us to use their incredible footage. Of drones and so much more during this time. These trees as well, were over 200 feet tall, if I remember correctly, and I think that's what really helped this episode be something very, very special. Was the fact that we had people supporting us and helping us, and making it far better than I ever could, which was great. So yeah, some people have been asking questions, why was the Hermitage so special to me? Well, just look at it, it's, so beautiful, full of waterfalls, full of forests, the mountains aren't far away, it's secluded, it's silent, it's got all these nooks and crannies and hidden things going on. It's got so much wildlife, as you can see as well. What's not to love? Genuinely, there is just so much there. That I thoroughly just absorbed, and seeing the otters as well, that was adorable. And yeah, the salmon. A lot of people have been asking about did we see the salmon jumping upstream? What tends to happen is it's almost like, I think it's called like the salmon ladder. So you've got this ladder that's built so sit the right side of me, and it's literally just all the way up to this wherever they're going. And you can often see them jumping from one pond to another, to another, to another. So they get a chance to rest and then jump to the next one, then rest and then jump to the next one. And it's normally done over a period of about 2 weeks, but I think maybe we were either a week too early or a week too late to go to this. And I don't think we saw much activity there, if I remember correctly. We saw some, but I don't think we saw much. And here we have, of course, my legendary, you can see behind me, in fact, where I'm up there, legendary Elephants in the Midst painting, and this is how it all started again, from more stencil work to give the idea. And then this is one, honestly, at that point I could have probably printed by freehand. I think I was having a lot of confidence issues at that point, in my own ability, whether or not I was actually capable of doing these things. And in some ways, the confidence issues afforded me the opportunity to learn different ways to find, problem solving, as it were. But I think, man, what would I have been able to achieve at that time if my confidence had been a little bit more, if I hadn't been dealing with a lot of the stuff that was going on at that time. But I'm glad that we did, because otherwise we wouldn't have these paintings now. And how this one in particular has changed over the years, to go from being the more rosy coloured sunset to the deep red sunset that you see behind me. The end of this episode originally, because we did some filming for this in 2020, this is the only one that, and aside from Loch Lomond, this is the only one that we actually did brand new shooting from, brand new filming, because the end of this episode originally just ends with the elephants being silhouetted, and the actual painting itself has now got the elephants painted. It's got all the detail and everything on there, as you'll see when you watch the documentary, which of course you can watch by clicking the link in your email chat box. But I remember having a ginormous canvas and just thinking, right, what can I create on this that I haven't done before? And I had never created elephants. I'd never done the painting, an African style painting. And having to research what kind of elephants they were, because people, of course, are going to ask, and so much more. So there were a lot of things that went into, certainly into this painting, as I say, having a ginormous canvas, and you know, at that point, the elephants could either be coming towards you or away from you. I've not seen this, as I say, in so many years, and it's fun to look back on and to watch, and some very very happy memories there. And just as we finish up this week's watch along, I deliberately wanted to use the original video here that we shot, as in Katie and I, because I wanted to give the magnitude of these trees. I wanted to give the magnitude and the, I suppose, the actual, you know, real life emotion that was there, where it was like, oh my goodness, these trees are absolutely humongous. They're thin, but they're absolutely humongous. You know, as I say, over 200 foot tall. I think the tallest is 212 feet, which is, you know, just humongous. And there you can see Katie there. She's going to read the information board. I can't remember what that building was there that they'd been constructing. I don't know if it was for additional light for plants and whatnot that was around. I can't remember what it was for. But yes, it was absolutely stunning. And again, a peach of a day, as we say here in Scotland. It was a belter. It was beautiful. And there you go. You can see all the way up. There's the tallest trees there. Yeah, it was just a stunning day. I don't remember too much about that. I remember what you saw right back at the beginning with the bridge and with so much colour and just very deep colours that been there. But I think if I remember correctly, I wasn't particularly well on this day, and in my mind I was like, you know, and I've always been someone that's like, you know, when you've enough time to be ill when you're at home. You need to go and film this. You're only here for a week. You need to go and film. And we did. And as you'll see in some of the later episodes, I probably don't appear in them as much. But wow, that's just gorgeous. Yeah, I probably don't appear in them as much, but we were certainly able to work around that, which was, you know, really, really good. Because I've always had the mentality, if I can paint and I can talk, I can at least do these shows and things. So we're going to stop there, folks, for this week. Of course, go and watch the actual show. We invite you to do so. The Hermitage and the Elephants and the Myths. I think you'll absolutely love it, because there's so much more there than what we're talking about now. And this song that I'm about to premiere here, I think was called Holding On or something like that. It was one of the first songs that I ever wrote, if not the first song I ever wrote. I can't remember what it was changed to. Some of the songs were changed though because they just didn't fit and they didn't either sound right. It was Never Alone. Yeah, Never Alone. This one I think was left in, now that I come to remember it. But there were some songs that were changed for the purpose of this film as well. So there you go, folks. Enjoy this week's episode of The Artist Heart. Have a great week, and I will see you next week. Take care, God bless, and have an awesome one, guys. See ya.